Hi, wonderful people. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Grace, and today I'm going to be discussing something sensitive: DNA. DNA should never be allowed. Like, DNA should be aborted. Like, DNA should never be discussed. Like, DNA, anything related to DNA should never be discussed. Should never be discussed to the children. Now, reason this thing for me. Just reason. A child that is used to this person as a father, this child is used to this father's lifestyle, this child is used to a certain lifestyle. Suddenly, you wake up one morning and tell the child that, you know what, this person that you are calling your father is no longer your father, that he is not your biological father, that so he's your father. How do you want this child to start all over again? How do you want this child to get used to another man's lifestyle? This child is used to this man's lifestyle. This child is used to this man calling me that I know this man as my father. I'm used to calling this name, this son name. Let's say this son name is Abraham. So I'm used to calling my son name is Abraham. Now you are telling me that Abraham is not my father. That Bianca is my father. How do you want this child to react? How do you want this child to feel? So DNA should never be mentioned, because now it all falls down to the child. Either the child that will suffer it. It's still the child that will suffer it. DNA should never be mentioned. Now back to you, woman. You know fully well that this guy is not the father of your kids. Why did you have to push him to take responsible for your kids? Like, really? Why can't you do something right for once? You know that this child is not Abraham's father. This child is not Abraham's child. But you allowed him to take full responsibility of that child, and you are comfortable with it. Now, the child is the one suffering from it, not you. You're not suffering from anything. You have your own father. You have your own mother. Now, it is the child that is suffering it. It is the child now that will not that is used to this lifestyle, will not change to Bianca's lifestyle. Bianca that was never in the picture of this child growing up. Now, this child will not start learning Bianca's lifestyle, learning how to call Bianca his father or her father. Like, really, you know that this child is not Abraham's child. Why did you not take the child to his real father in the beginning? And you allow this child to grow up. In fact, sometimes it's even the father that will, like, no, this child is behaving somehow. Let me go and do anything. Because if the father decides not to do the DNA test, you are going to keep quiet. Madam, you are going to keep quiet. Like, really, at the end of all this thing, divorce, the child is the one suffering. DNA test, the child is the one suffering. Separation, the child, everything is the child that is suffering it. You are not suffering it. You move on. Who is not going to be called the father? Who is not going to be called, oh, your parents divorced. Oh, you're not the father of this. Who? The children. It is the children. As always, the children are the ones suffering it. You decide not to you decide not to, God, goodness. Like, really, I'm exhausted. Like, I'm tired. It is the kids that suffers it. You are pregnant. You know that this guy is not the father of this child. Instead of you to go and instead of you to tell the father of the child that this is your father, take full responsibility. No. You transfer the responsibility to a man. And then another man will take care of this child. Feeling that, you know what, this is my child. And tomorrow, he finds out that, you know what, it is not my child. And you come and say, oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry, it can move on. You can move on. The father moves on. The mother moves on. The child suffers. At the end of the day, it is the child. Madam, if you know the father of your child, please, when the baby is still in the womb, let him know. Let him know. Because Because now the child is the one that is going to suffer.